The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. As Jesus and his disciples and a large crowd were leaving Jericho, Bartimaeus, son of Timaeus, a blind beggar, was sitting by the roadside. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout out and say, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Many sternly ordered him to be quiet, but he cried out even more loudly, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Jesus stood still and said, "Call him here." And they called the blind man, saying to him, "Take heart, get up, he is calling you." So throwing off his cloak, he sprang up and came to Jesus. Then Jesus said to him, "What do you want me to do for you?" The blind man said to him, "My teacher, let me see again." Jesus said to him, "Go, your faith has made you well." Immediately, the man regained his sight and followed Jesus on the way. The Gospel of the Lord. For 2 weeks in a row, Jesus has asked this question: "What do you want me to do for you?" In last week's Gospel, the two disciples, James and John, asked that Jesus would allow them to sit at his right and left hand in glory, indicating that they really had no idea who Jesus was or what Jesus was about. Today in this gospel, the blind man responds to that question by saying to Jesus, "Let me see again." Seeing, truly seeing, implies more than having eyes that are physically healthy and open. And this encounter with the blind man, with Jesus, completely changed that man. It was more than simply regaining his physical sight. Bartimaeus sees not only the physical world around him, but he recognizes Jesus as his Lord and Savior. He discovers the giver of sight. Although Jesus gives him the choice of going off on his own, we are told that Bartimaeus stays by Jesus and follows him on the way. Jesus was teaching his followers how to be disciples, but without much success. And St. Mark in his Gospel repeatedly points out that the disciples were blind and confused about what Jesus was doing and who he was. In other words, they had eyes, but they did not see. But this is in contrast to the blind man who saw Jesus and prevailed upon him in faith. The healing of Bartimaeus signified an even greater level of faith and salvation for him. And he expresses that faith in Jesus by addressing him with one of the Jewish terms for the Messiah or the Savior, the term the Son of David. He calls Jesus the Son of David, and by this he means not just that Jesus is the descendant of King David, but that he is undoubtedly the Messiah, the one whom the Israelites had been hoping for generations. And addressing Jesus in this way is an indication of his faith in who Jesus is. In last week's gospel, Jesus asked the same question of James and John, "What do you want me to do for you?" And their answer revealed a self-centered ambition to sit in glory with Christ. The blind man's answer was altogether different. His physical sight was restored, but more importantly, he came to a deeper understanding, for we are told that when Jesus told him, "Go, your faith has saved you," he followed Jesus on the way. The Scriptures consistently make a connection between sight and faith. Believing is a deeper kind of seeing. And so today in the Gospel, Jesus asks us also, "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus gave Bartimaeus all that he asked for and more. Bartimaeus sees not only the world around him, but also his Lord and Savior. And in seeing Jesus, he accepts the giver together with the gift. Although Jesus gives Bartimaeus the option of going away, he stays by Jesus and follows him on the way. He came to Jesus and he sees his Lord, because seeing was what he really wanted. And in many ways, this story is really a summary of the Christian life. In our faith, Jesus transforms us so that we walk with the eyes of faith. For believing is seeing. We walk with Jesus on his way.